have to kind of essentially kick a sport out for one to be added. Well, there's not that many that get kicked out every time they do this. So those 50 sports or whatever that are fighting for those maybe 1, 2, 3 spots every 4 years, it's tough. But
I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive, I guess, a little bit less broad, but I am going to go player specific to a new individual that has entered the professional space full time.
Okay, so I'm going to stick with the paddle related topic here, but I'll look into my crystal ball here. I think that the future of some of these paddles is going to be
0-0 start. All right, welcome to the 0-0 Start podcast, where today we're going to guess. Is that the right word? We're going to estimate. We're going to predict. There we go. We're going to predict the biggest thing to happen in pickleball in 2024. So you have basically a 360-something day span where you got to predict the biggest story in pickleball. And we're going to rewind this clock. Don't think that for a second that once we let this go into the pickleball atmosphere that we're going to forget about it, because especially if I'm right, I want to rewind this and be able to just soak it all in. So the 3 biggest predictions, we're going to go around the room, biggest predictions on what you think will happen to the pickleball, the sport of pickleball, the players in pickleball, anything pickleball related in the year 2024. So let's start off with you, Kyle. Now, this can be anything that you want, but the bigger it is, obviously, the harder it's going to hit home. If you go something small and you're right and it's obvious, we're not going to love you as much as we do, Kyle, if you go big and you're right.
So
what kind of crystal ball you got there, buddy?
Yeah, if you're going to manifest something into existence for pickleball, go big.
Okay, so I'm going to stick with the paddle related topic here, but I'll look into my crystal ball here. I think that the future of some of these paddles is going to be the quiet paddles. I think they're going to make a big splash in 2024. The USAP quiet paddles are going to be the next big thing. It's my prediction.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
I think noise is a big issue for some of these players, and for especially in the communities. And I think that there's going to be some quiet paddles.
You could. I was expecting something huge, like something like massive to come into this one. But you're probably right, though. Like USA Pickleball approved quiet paddles are going to be really important, because I played this thing called the Club Wars here in Georgia, and it's like, hey, which club is the best in Georgia? Which local club that you play at or courts that you play at have the best players in Georgia. And we play in a retirement community. That's where it is held. Like every quarter, it's held in a retirement community, and I'm sure they hate it. The people there hate it because there's not only 150 people that come in out of nowhere into their homes, basically, but it's so loud. And the courts are there all year long anyway. So you could be spot on. And there might be a big push to quiet the game down as the players continue to grow.
Maybe not on a competitive level, but like more of a recreational level.
Right.
I think there'll be more of these paddles that come out, the quiet paddles. So I think you might see more intermediate to beginner players playing that with those.
Yeah, which USAP now has that category of quiet paddles. Mm-hmm. I believe that's a newer thing of them, and like Gamma has a couple of paddles that are on that list. So I just, I bet there is a more emphasis on paddles being more quiet. Now I'm curious, speaking of that though, like obviously the paddles is a big factor of it, but I wonder if there's finally some development of a ball that helps with the sound a little bit as well, which I've heard talks of that before, but who knows where they're at in the process of that. But yeah, I like that prediction.
All right. Well, Kyle, you're in the books. Quiet paddles, big push, 2024. Jason, can you Can you top that one?
I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive, I guess, a little bit less broad, but I am going to go player specific to a new individual that has entered the professional space full time. And I might be a little biased because he does have his roots to Kansas City. We may have gone to the same high school. I don't know. But I think Jack Sock is getting turn some faces here a little bit in the pickleball space. And I'm predicting not only that he will win quite a bit, but he will have at least one Triple Crown. And we know how elusive that is because Tyson just got his the other day or this year. So I'm predicting Jack Sock gets a Triple Crown.
Okay. Is that, are you ready to go as far as Jack Sock will be ranked on the number one player in the world in one of the categories, men's singles, men's doubles, or mixed doubles?
I could see him being number one in mixed doubles. I think him and Catherine, I think they could do some solid work. And I think there'll be multiple championship Sundays that it's Ben and Anna Leigh versus Jack and Catherine. And those matches just thinking about them in my head are super appealing.
Yeah, she's solid.
So put it out there. You didn't officially say it.
Okay. He will be the number one mixed doubles player.
Wow.
That's a good one. And that one will be a clear, like, did it happen or did it not? And I like it. I think Jack's like upside is super, super high. His ceiling is like sky high. He's an athlete. And just like any of those like elite athletes, he's going to take this thing personal, right? Especially coming over from tennis. Like he's going to want to be the best player in the world. So I could see that happening. He's an elite athlete. He's going to take this thing in like full send in 2024. So Jason, marking it down.
Put it in the books.
Jack Sock, the number one mixed doubles player in the world.
There you go.
I like it.
There you go.
I think you're giving Ben and Anna Leigh some article, some noteworthy stuff to put in the bank.
See if it works for him. It works for some
Pin
people.
that tweet.
I love the fact that you think that they listen to this and they're just watching this.
They do, Ben. They do.
They keep receipts.
If this leaks,
anything to motivate
if there's
you.
a tweet on 12/31/2024 that says I keep receipts and it's from Ben Johns or Anna Leigh Waters, then we're gonna know it was about us. You actually, Jason. It wasn't me. It was
Tag
you.
me individually. This is not 00 Star specifically. This is Jason. Me.
Jason.
Put it on me.
You get to see that Instagram post at the end of the year.
And my
thanks, Jason from Just Paddles.
My prediction for 2025.
Look at me now.
Yeah. Jason isn't a part of the 00 Start podcast anymore.
This might be my last episode, everybody.
No, you'll ride it through 2024. You got a whole year left, basically, because you can't prove it until December.
That's true.
All right, my prediction is, and I guess this, I don't know the specifics of when the official voting takes place, but my prediction is that the next vote has pickleball locked in to the Olympics. I don't know what year, because I don't know what year they're on, but in the very, very near future, I think the next available spot where pickleball has a chance to be on that list they will lock it in to the following Olympics.
And I would absolutely love that. That would be the perfect thing if that was announced in 2024 that it was happening officially in the future. Oh, that would be the best. That would be absolutely the best.
That means the game's growing globally too. It'd be huge for the sport.
Yeah, I don't know if it's 72, 75 countries, but it has to be recognized by, well, first I think they only have a certain amount of sports. So I think one has to be removed for one to be added in. That's why it's so hard every 4 years when the vote comes out. You have to kind of essentially kick a sport out for one to be added. Well, there's not that many that get kicked out every time they do this. So those 50 sports or whatever that are fighting for those maybe 1, 2, 3 spots every 4 years, it's tough. But they have to be represented by, I think, 72 or 75 countries across the world have to recognize the sport as a sport in their country. So it's a tough battle, but I think we're going to be there. I think this thing's going to explode, and it's going to become a global phenomenon in 2024.
Yeah, I agree. And don't get me wrong, I love handball, I love curling, but if those sports can be recognized by enough countries, then pickleball absolutely can be.
Dude, you throwing it out there that you're going to take curling out of the Olympics?
Oh, no. I love both of those sports exponentially to watch them in the Olympics. I'm just saying that if those sports can be recognized by enough countries, then pickleball absolutely can be.
I thought you were taking 2 full hot takes because you're going to have the curling folks after you.
Oh, no. I love curling. I have curled, and it is an absolute blast. And I would never want to remove that from the Olympics because it might actually be my favorite thing until pickleball gets entered to watch as an Olympic sport.
Could pickleball be both a winter and summer? You could have the indoor in the winter, and then in the summer you could have outdoor.
Double dip.
Nice. I think we should just be happy with whichever one we get in. But whatever tennis is in, I don't know if they're in winter or summer. I'm assuming it's a summer. I don't know.
I can't guarantee, but I'm pretty sure that's correct.
It's funny you bring up the Olympics, though, because I have a friend that I play with quite a bit, and he's from Vietnam, and he's in his early 50s. And I go, pickleball is going to be in the Olympics at some point. And he's like, yeah, I know. I go, you better start training for, you're going to be carrying that Vietnam flag playing pickleball against Ben Johns in singles. You better get ready. We just always laugh. It's awesome.
Dude, that's what I mean, though. Like once those countries like take this sport and just go full send, like it's going to be awesome. Like it will be cool to see all the good players out of Vietnam, like, because it'll happen quick. Like this world's filled with good athletes. We just need to put a paddle in their hand and they're coming. So it would be really cool to see all these countries battle against each other. That's my guess for 24.
Yep.
Locking it in.
Good one.
Lock it in.
All right. Well, until New Year's Eve, next in whatever 11 and a half months or so, that's our predictions, and I can't be wrong for 11 and a half months until I go home and I'm wrong for everything I do.
Don't let me down, Jack. Don't let me down, Jack.
I can't hear you guys. It's too quiet from all the quiet paddles around.
All right, gents, good luck to each of you, and we will reconvene in December.
See ya.
Later.